Okay, we are live. Well, good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, it is. What are we? Wednesday. It is hump.
Wednesday.
It is hump day, winning Wednesday. And
Yes.
so, what better day to share the hump day with Miss Tara Botley? Like, I need your energy. I need your space today. And I mean, I'm just elated to have you on here. You're
I'm
looking,
excited to be on.
thank you, thank you. You're looking all beautiful and fly with your
Thank
cute hairdo, and you can't nobody wear them earrings like that but you. I'm sorry. I'm just saying. I'm
you.
trying to introduce you, but the earrings just, they just throwing me off, and I just,
Thank you. Thank you, sister. I appreciate it. I love me some color. Yes.
yes, yes, yes. Okay, well, again, like I said, good morning, Facebook friends, associates, followers. Look, love in the box, listeners, lovers, all of that. Okay. My name is Benita Ledet, and I am the creator and founder of Love in the Box. I am celebrating my 1 year anniversary coming up August 10th. And all week long, I have been sharing my space and my platform with amazing women that have just been a major impact on my life, or just been a part of my life, or a part of the journey. And so today I have my special sister who's out there doing big things and amazing things with women. It was like, all I kept saying is, I hope she's available. I hope she's available. And I know a lot of times when we text each other, we play telephone tag before we can connect and all of that. And I was like, okay, all right, if she forget to call me back, I got to text her back.
Yes. Yes.
But we connected, and every time we talk, we always give each other a good nugget or something. Like, we always leave the conversation with something that we've learned from one another, or blessed each other with something. So it's always a good time when we share space. So let me
Okay.
introduce to you who Tara Botley is. Tara Botley is the marriage cheerleader. She constantly finds innovative ways to cheer marriage couples to love, peace, joy, and being intentional in their marriages. She is the creator of We Still Do, founded on the mantra of I did, I do, I will. She believes as we honor our commitment to God first, then then our then our spouse, we can win in our marriages. Tara finds ways for couples to engage in therapy in the most untraditional way. She is a certified relationship coach. She curates spaces for women to be themselves. Tara believes as women sharing their stories in a loving, non-judgmental environment, it gives other women hope. Tara Botley has personality plus. Yes, she do. She brings joy into any space she's in. Her presence elevated others. And that is such a true statement. Like, you can't be in the presence of Tara and you're not going to laugh. You're not going to have a good time. You're not going to feel the family of joy. You're going to feel the motherly love. You're going to feel all of those things and above.
Yes.
So I just want to just give Tara a moment to just, oh, wait a minute, I got to say how we met. I got to say how we met.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
So Tara and I initially met through our other mutual friend, Sharice Davis, which was my original coach for Love in the Box, responsible for like helping me get all of these ideas out and everything. And so instantly, when we met, she was, I guess our spirits just connected. Like, we knew, that we would still be connected in some form or fashion. Like, every time we met, like, even we went to one of Sharice's functions, and then come to find out we were actually working out with the same trainer.
Yes. Yes.
Didn't
We
know.
was.
And we didn't even know. And so then I think, yeah, then Sharice had her book signing.
Mhm.
And then that's when our other mutual friend Kim Williams say, well, don't y'all go to the same trainer? And we was like, yes, but early in the morning, I was getting up 5 a.m. in the morning. I couldn't see who was what or what. I was
Coming in and who was going? It
who
didn't
was
got at
coming in,
5 a.m.
because
We
John,
were trying to make it through the workout.
oh my God, because John he used to work a sister, okay? So I didn't even realize that was her and her sister walking out. So once we all connected and we talked about that, we was like, man, it's such a small world, because we passed each other up for months because we all he was our trainer for months, you know. But that, you know, that is how we met. And so, you know, from then on, we continue to connect and do events together and just share space. We've been over each other's house. We've, you know, and as a matter of fact, Tara is one of the people, she has this amazing book club, and I'm going to let her share all that good stuff with you. But I just want to say personally to you, Tara, thank you. For allowing me to share space on your platform. And this was before Love in the Box even just hit the market. You know, I shared it with your book listeners, I mean your book readers, and we had an amazing time that day. So just thank you for even just allowing me. I just want to say thank you publicly, but that this is the type of heart that Tara has. And so this is why I want to share this amazing woman with you. So Tara, listen, the floor is yours. You can share the space of, you know, how you can share the space of any experience you've had with me, anything about Love in the Box, the journal, any of that. It's all yours.
I will. First of all, thank you. Like, thank you, Benita. When you call or text, however we first started talking about this, it was an absolute yes for me. It was not for thought. It was just us setting in the time. So it was a yes for me from the beginning. Yeah. Again, you guys, my name is Tara Botley, and as she say, I simply love life. If you are with me or in my circle, I am going to try to find a way in being myself to elevate your spirit and just elevate your joy, because joy is important to me. Sometimes, you know, the havoc and the mundane things we do day to day, it kind of depletes us of our joy. So I'm very intentional with holding on to my joy. And yes, Benita. Okay, so Benita told you guys how we met. Let me tell you about this other story, okay?
Oh my God, which one is that?
I'm telling it. Okay. So, you guys, I was leaving another event that was downtown, and I called my sister Sharice, and I'm like, "Girl, what you doing? Where you at?" She said, "I'm at home." I said, "I'm finna stop by there." And she like, "Tara, don't never do that," because I really don't. Yeah. I didn't know Benita was gonna be there when I got there. Oh, but it was so good. It was so good. So Benita was preparing to do this whole thing, and she was getting ready to speak. I said, "Okay, y'all." I sat on the floor and I said, "Now, Benita, I'm your audience. Yes. Now you talk to me." So Benita started doing her thing. I was like, "Yay! Yay, Benita! Yay, Benita!" Like, okay, I think I got it now. I think I got it now. So that was so fun. Yeah. You remember that, Benita?
Yes, I remember that like yesterday. Yes, yes. That's why I'm saying, like, I cherish these moments because you was there from the beginning. You know what I mean? So, like, yes, yes, I remember.
It's like, oh, sister, you got this. You ain't got to worry about nothing. You got this. So our relationship have blossomed from the beginning to now with all the things that you doing. And when you did your book launch, I mean, not your book launch, the Love in a Box launch, I was like, I have to be there too. And I will tell you that I actually purchased 2 journals and I purchased a box. I really wanted to gift the box to my sister because that was important to me. But I wanted all of us to do the journal, me, my mom, and my sister. I have to tell you about my mom.
I was gonna tell it, but I'm gonna let you tell it. Oh my God, you know we was not gonna
get. We can talk about it. We can talk about mama together.
Yes, go ahead, go ahead.
Baby, okay, so I gave the book to mom and I said we all gonna start this day or whatever the day was we was gonna start. And my mom was like, "Tara always coming up with something for us to do. I ain't doing that. Da 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 da." I said, "But mama, please, we gonna all do it together. We gonna all do it together." Yeah. So mama said yes, and my sister said yes. So everybody was on board. You guys, my mom did this at 70 years old. And at 70 years young, 70 years old, she learned some new things about herself that she had not known. She came to terms with that she wasn't being kind to her, that she wasn't treating herself the way she felt love should show up. And because of the journal, she now still, and that was in like September or October when she got it. It's coming up on a whole nother year. She now still live by some of the things that she got from the journal. Like she treat herself. My mom is very frugal. Yeah. Very frugal. But for her to go spend $10 for what was that she had?
It was
A
something.
smoothie or something.
Yeah, yeah.
That was a whole treat for her.
That
And
was
I just
made
don't
for her.
have the money. She just frugal. And she like, I ain't even spending $10 for no frozen fruit in the blender.
Yes.
But now, weekly, she take herself and treat herself. And she was not treating herself before the book.
Yes, I love it. Yes.
And you see, she did a whole testimony about that book.
Yes, she did. Yes, she. I'm gonna share it this week. I'm sharing
Okay, you
many
gonna share it?
testimonies. I'm gonna share it this week. Yeah, yeah,
Yes. So
yeah.
that's what I'm saying. This book and the box, it impacts everybody from every age.
From
Every age, every walk of life. It's not just for the 40 years old, 30, 20. It's for everybody. It makes you sit with yourself and do your work and be still and identify. If I feel like that's what I really liked about the book too, is identifying how I felt at the top of the day.
Yes.
What am I feeling throughout the day? Now I'm at the end of the day. How did those feelings, why they showed up, how I feel, how did I address them? Because a lot of times we don't do it, Benita. We
Right.
get up, I'm a spark girl. I drink my spark and
Yeah.
you get ready to go, you work out,
Yeah.
you come home, you change, you go to work. You don't sit with you
Yeah.
to see what are you feeling and why are you responding the way you know, sometimes you just agitated and you don't know why.
Right. For no
That's because
reason.
you ain't sat with yourself to figure it out.
That's right. For no reason. For
You
no
just
reason.
irritated. Irritated. So I believe this book, although the journey, like, because I didn't finish it. Mama finished it first. My
Yes.
sister finished it, and then I finished it. It doesn't matter if you do it consistently,
Right.
or because sometimes you have to walk away and deal with those emotions that are coming up.
That's right.
But it allows you to do it and it allows you to get it out of your body and
Yeah.
out of your system on paper. Just get it out of you. Get
Get
it
it
out
out.
of you is a start. It's the
That's
start.
it. Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Yes, it
Yeah.
is. Yeah.
So,
Yeah. So now speaking of Tara, I only had so many slots that I could put in, but I know that I can share this. Her sister, Cynthia. My God.
oh,
So
girl, that this book blessed her whole life. Do you hear me? It affirmed her whole life. Do you hear me?
so so we had okay, so Tara has the book club, and I'm still gonna let her tell her story on that. But she has the book club, and so during once a month she'll have the thing meet the author. My God. So we get to the restaurant, we're going to meet the author, which was me that month or whatever for the self-love journal. Well, her sister, like this was the most hilarious part of the event. So Renee pulls out all these receipts, y'all. I'm kidding. I'm not kidding you. I'm talking like a big old hand stack of receipts. And she says, Benita, I don't care what nobody say. I'm loving on me, and I got proof to show it. I got the receipts. She showed us the receipts.
She literally had the receipts.
She literally had the receipts. She said, I've been loving on me, and I don't care what nobody say. Oh my God, like that moment, you just had to be there because it was just hilarious, but it made me feel so good because as women, we will go make groceries. We'll go do this. We'll take care of the kids. And then we'll be like, but I can't get that pair of shoes. And I can't. Yes, you can.
Yes, you can.
Yes, you can.
Yes, you
Love
can.
on yourself. Yes, you can. If you have done for everybody else, yes, you can.
Yes, you can. Yes, you should. And do it.
Yes.
Do it. Just do it. Yes. Oh, and Benita and my sister met at one of the well, we didn't meet the author because it was Michelle Obama, but we did read the book.
Yes.
And they had met there, and it was just kind of like a sistership
Yeah.
that formed immediately.
Yeah.
I like to intentionally be in places where women can be themselves.
Right.
Like, if you're not being you, I'm gonna help you be you, and if I can't help you be you, I'm gonna help myself out the space.
That's
because like that's where we have to be, and I believe the more we do it, the more relationships like you and I will happen. Relationship like you and my sister who never met, but then y'all do meet, and now even if I don't talk to you, like we don't talk regular, but when we talk, it's like we just talked yesterday.
Right. Yes.
We pick right back up from wherever we were.
Right back up. Yeah.
Right up. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So, is there anything else that you can think of that that? So this
right here. It was one of the ones toward the back.
Which
My
page you on?
focus
What page you on?
155.
Okay.
Okay. My focus is now me
Mm,
being the best version of me.
mm. Yes. Yes. And baby, listen, I'm looking at you. You being the best version of you. When I tell you that hair is laid, you cute, you doing your thing. I remember when all of the things that you're doing now, all of your groups and your the business that you're talking. I remember when it was just an idea. Like I remember that. Like I remember us just sitting down and kind of brainstorming, like what you think, Benita, blah blah blah. And guess what? You doing it. So you are being the best version of you. Yes, you are.
I made a conscious decision, me being the best version of me.
Yeah.
I don't care what's going on in the world. I don't even care about the pandemic going on right
That's
now. I
right.
can't even care about all these things. And our pandemics are running parallel for our community and the whole world, right?
Right.
I'm going to still show up the best version of oneself.
That's it.
That's it. Like we can't, we have to see these things, acknowledge them, and
Mhm.
release them, right?
That's right.
I am so grateful for the ability and the power to acknowledge and surrender.
Right.
Now that I know how to acknowledge a thing, surrender it, and release it, I
Mhm.
don't have to carry the weight of it.
That's right.
So that is how I could be the best version of me. Like you have to find your rhythm, right?
Right.
Your rhythm. So my rhythm now is acknowledge and surrender.
Right.
I am so glad I serve a God that I can acknowledge
Yes.
all my woes to, all my fears, all my whatever, leave it on the altar, surrender it so I can go be
Mhm.
great.
Right.
Because if not, if I try to hold on to the fear of what they doing to our black people, the fear of maybe if I go outside, I'm gonna get COVID. I don't fear nothing.
No.
But you have not given me the spirit of fear, but of love, power, and a sound
Not
mind.
in
And
mind.
that is how I show up the best version of oneself.
Yes, ma'am. And
That's what I got to say. That part right there. Y'all
well,
gone and do the
listen.
work in the journal. Y'all gone and do the work in the journal.
Yes, I'm telling you, it's not just a regular journal. And I will. And let me just say this: I have never even said this or shared this on any of the Love with Ledet conversations, but today I'm going to share it. When I was putting this journal together, John and I, of course, he was the one helping me do it. And when we were putting it together, John would say, "Well, what about this?" I'd be like, let's put this." He'd be, "Well, why we can't just say this?" I say, "No, because I prayed over it. We're gonna say this." You know what I mean? And so, in other words, what I'm saying is, I was led by God and the Holy Spirit through the whole process, every word. That's why it took me so long for it to come out and bring to fruition, because it wasn't something that I just throw together to say I got a book out. There's
Yeah.
got to have a book out. It's the author. Everybody's almost an author, or if they don't, they have a book in them, because everybody definitely has a story.
Everybody have a story.
Right. But I needed this to be impactful, because I know that I put my theology degree. I put all of that background of all my experiences of helping a lot of women in corporate America, friends, family. I was always the person, the go-to person for advice, all of that. I put all of that energy and thought into this. And so when I saw where the need was great, it let me say, okay, this is what you need to say. This is,
Right.
and so every page, as I got into the story of the words, I just said, okay, Holy Spirit, I'm on this page right here. What do you want me to say? And that's why this journal is so powerful, because it's just not a bunch of stuff or a bunch of words. It is led by the Holy Spirit, and God knew what He was doing He knew what He was doing when He birthed me. He knew this was going to happen before I knew it was going to happen.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I just had to show up and let Him use me and allow it to use me to put it on pen and paper so that it can get to the people. So all I'm doing right now is just fulfilling my assignment through God and my mission with women on something that I really love. That's all I'm doing. That's
Is us being the best version of us, right?
yes,
We
yes,
doing what we know we're supposed to do.
right.
Our gifts, talents will make room for us, but
That's
we
right.
must do what we know to do. And when you're called to do a thing, do that.
Just
Don't
do
worry
it.
about how it look. Don't worry about how it's coming.
Yeah.
Move forward with doing the thing that you was called to do. Like
And
that's what we have to do.
mhm.
We can't come to the point where we have a conclusion of what this is going to look like. because we don't know the conclusion. What
Right.
we do know, God gave us an assignment, and we got to do the assignment.
That's right.
And just do your part. That is how I show up every day. Because if I get into, we could have did this, should have done that.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't run today, I didn't walk.
Yeah.
I can't. Oh my gosh, I
Yeah.
can't do it. I cannot
Yeah.
do it.
It's too
I
much.
just have to be in the moment right now.
That's
That's
right.
all I have. Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
right.
we gotta do our work, accept the assignment, do the work.
Right. So tell us about this amazing Tara Michelle book club. That's just more than a book club. Tell us about We Still Do. Like, the people just need to hear about it. They see, I know about it. I know about it. You need to tell them about it.
Okay, I'm gonna tell them. Well, I'm gonna tell them then, Benita. But I want to tell y'all first about the book club, because it's so much more.
Yes.
Than a book club. When I tell y'all, it's so much more than a book club, especially when the world was all the way open. But I started the book club because I like to read, and I wanted to have somebody to discuss the books that I was reading with. So I just asked the question: if I started one, who would join? Well, about 10 people said, "Oh yeah, Tara, you started one. I joined." I'm like, "Okay, cool." So I purchased a book. I said, "What is the next book?" And we started reading. So here it is, a year. September will make 2 years, and we almost 150 strong in the book club.
Yes.
And what it is, the reason why I say it's so much more than a book club, because we give back to the community.
Yes.
We have Tara Michelle Gather to Give, where we gather to give. Yes. We give back to the community. We have fed the people downtown. We have clothed battered women. We have done like a whole lot within the group. But what's important to me is when we do the Meet the Author, and we come together. See, women need something to break the ice, because sometimes we could be really reserved.
Yes.
Not me too much.
Yeah.
But a lot of women can be.
No,
really
not you.
Not me too much. But if we have a book, like if this is our book of the month, right? Or we journal the book of the month. When we come together, we're gonna start talking about the book.
Right.
Guess what? We end up talking about our own stories. And it breaks the ice for women to meet other women. A whole lot of friendships have been birthed from the book club. Yes. It has been birthed. I like to find ways where women can just truly be themselves. And my book club allowed me to do that. So we get to read books, we get to talk, we get to laugh. One book had us crying. But we get to share those experiences, right? And so that was birth. I get to read with them and talk, and we set the intentions. And whenever we meet, I always like to go in first and pray for the space that all the women that come in feel absolutely loved. And when they leave in a better place than when they came. Right. So that is important of the Tara Michelle Book Club. But my baby.
Well, wait a minute. Hold on before we get off the book club. You got to tell them the experience when we went to go see Ayana. That's why it's more than such a book club. You got to tell them. I wasn't going to let you skip that one.
Okay, you guys. Again, it's more than a book. See, right. There's so much more that I even forgot to tell. I have to share that story. Iana was coming, and the book of the month was her book, Trust. Learning to trust yourself, the God in you, and trust others. Yep, I said others. The reason why we don't really trust others is because we don't trust ourselves.
That's right.
In short, like that was the book. So we found out Iana was coming, and we was like, I'm like, y'all want to go? We going? Who going? But we got us some seats together. Yeah. We had such a good time. We met at a restaurant that was like 2 blocks up, right from the facility. We had drinks, we had appetizers, we talked, you guys, we laughed. We laughed so hard at one point. We had tears in our eyes from laughing. And what, it was maybe about 12 of us?
Yeah.
It was about 12 of us, and we all had on our Tara Michelle Book Club tops, and we all had on our white bottoms. And we went in, baby, and we got a whole word from Auntie Iana. Did she not give us a whole word?
Yes.
A whole word, sister.
A whole word.
Oh, yes. I totally forgot about that.
I ain't gonna let you forget, because see, we gotta share these moments and these experiences so people can understand that sisterhood is really important, and that there really are groups of women out here that are positive and that are like-minded, and that, you know, there's no competition. You know, we can be in the room with each other. We can love on each other. And, you know, and here's the thing. Let me be the first to admit, I don't get to read all the books because I'm busy building, you know, Love in a Box. And I don't get to, like, I think you've had like 1 or 2 virtual events since we've been in COVID, and our schedules were clashing. But Tara knows if it's something that I can make it to, she know beyond a shadow of a doubt I'm gonna be there. She knows, you know. And anytime she say, we doing this, and you know, are you interested in donating? Okay, click before we can hang up. It's, you know, it's cashed up to her, you know. So I support you 100% in the things that you're doing. I love your heart. I just love everything you're doing. Now we can get to We Still Do. Go ahead.
Woo, baby. Let me tell y'all about my baby. This is my baby. I was designed, created, and purpose for a time such as this.
Yeah.
You guys, we still do. It originated from my mantra, I did, I do, I will. And the reason why, anybody that's married, you know, in your marriage, your word will get tested.
Yes.
That vow you made, it would get tested. You would want to say, you know what? I know I said I do, but I want to say I don't.
That's right.
You leave me alone.
And throw away the key.
It's about to be I don't.
We're going to split this down the middle. What you want? Okay, I'm out of here.
But wait, Benita, I got to a point, I ain't care about the middle. I said, you got a house, the 3 kids, and a dog. I'm gonna go to my mama house. I don't care. You can have it all.
That's right.
Really fed up. You don't care.
You don't.
You don't care about nothing. But in that moment before, because I packed my bag and I'm like, I'm out of here. I'm gonna take my baby to school, and once I take her to school, I'm going to my mama house, and that's it. You figure out how to pick up your own kids.
That's right.
Like they want mine.
Like, yeah. And like he was gonna do it. Because he wasn't gonna do it.
He wasn't. But in that process, my pastor called me. We was actually working on a project at the church, and he just said, "You okay?" And you know what we say?
Yeah, I'm all right. I'm good. I'm good.
I'm good. And so he kept talking. He said, "No. You know when they just know, the Holy Spirit be getting on my nerves with that."
Yeah.
We went into this whole dissertation. I'm crying and snotting, and I'm like, I'm out of here. This is it. And toward the end of the conversation, he said, "You know what, Tori? You can't stay because of the house, the kids, or whatever y'all got going on." He said, "Well, what about your word? You just gonna call me out like that?"
Yes.
He know I'm a stickler about integrity and having a word.
Right.
He know that. Anybody that know me know if my word is on it, it's good as gold, unless I'm in the hospital, jail, or dead.
Right.
Other than that, I'm committed to it, right? And he said, "What about your word?" He said, "You gonna honor your word?" Because it wasn't like he was cheating or trying to kill me. Or I just was like, I'm tired. I don't want to do this no more.
Yeah. And
since I was 20, like, dude, bye.
Right.
You know.
Because you can grow out of love. You can. You can be married and don't like them. You know what I mean? You could be married and not be in love. You know what I mean? So
the cycles.
It's a cycle.
It's cycles. So anyway, at that time I didn't know, but that's when We Still Do was birthed.
Right.
It was birthed. And of course I had more learning to do from that, but from all those experiences, which was very necessary to get me here, I am adamant. When I tell you adamant about encouraging, supporting, cheering, whatever I can do to help anybody win in marriage.
Yes.
Sister, whatever that is. And another part of my story why I'm so passionate about We Still Do is my grandmother had 11 children. And out of all my aunties and uncles, most of them are on their second or third marriage. And I just didn't want that to be my story.
Right.
Now, as much as I am for marriage, I understand divorces happen because sometimes we just choose the wrong people. We chose the wrong person at the wrong time in the wrong season. So I am an advocate for marriage, but I don't condemn or look down on anybody that had a divorce because really as I evolved from 20 to 30 to 40, I
Mm-hmm.
became a different person every time. And if my
Yeah.
husband just did not have the whatever it is that he had to love me through all these people,
Yep.
he would have been divorced when I turned 30, when I
Yep.
turned 40. You know,
All of
like we
that.
would have had a divorce every 7 to 10 years.
Because it's different seasons. It's different
Yes.
seasons in life.
Yes.
It is.
So that is my passion now, is to just scream it from
Yeah.
the rooftop on the mountaintop. And currently I'm in the middle of this movement called Pray and Please. It's the holy thing to do. And
Mm-hmm.
it came into my spirit from talking to a lot of women in the church. I
Mm-hmm.
talk to women in and out of church, but this particular thing hit me from women in church that are married and they're not having sex. They're not
Mm-hmm.
being physically intimate with their husband. And I'm
No.
like, how is this a thing? But it
Yeah.
is absolutely a thing. We believe praying and fasting is spiritual and is holy, but being intimate with your husband is equally holy.
Right.
You can't be so holy that you're speaking in 10 different tongues,
Yeah.
but then you're not being with your spouse. You know,
Right.
like Paul was saying, our body is no longer our body. Our husband body is ours and ours is his, and we are here to please one another. And if we're not doing it, it leaves room for the enemy,
Right.
and not just for one other to cheat, but you're not coming together as one. So it
Right.
just leaves like a little room. And you know the devil want all the room. Like if you leave a little bit, he coming all the way in. All the way
Mm-hmm.
in. So I am really excited about that because we just don't talk about that in the church.
Mm-hmm.
Most of the time when you hear sex or physical intimacy, it's condemning or it's judging. And I believe if we can change the language that it is sacred, it's righteous, and it's holy, then more than likely you would want to preserve until you meet your divine partner. So I am just so pro marriage.
Yeah.
And it's founded biblically.
Yeah.
So, you know, everything I teach and everything I share, I like to be able to back it up with the word because that's where my integrity and morals come from.
That's
So
right.
I,
Yeah.
I love it. I was
Yeah.
sharing to Jesus Christ standing in the air.
Well, listen, I can tell that that's your baby. I see it in you. I see your posts. I might not get a chance to click like on it or whatever because sometimes how you like you're working, but you'll see the notification come up, and what I'm just saying. And then by the time you think about it, forgot about it. But I see it. So what I'm telling you is, I see your work. I see your love. I see your passion in it.
Yeah.
God honors marriages. And so this is your assignment. And this baby is going to take you big places.
Yes, I believe that.
It is going to take you big places because we need advocates for marriages. We do.
Yeah.
We do. Marriages still exist and love still exists. And that's the reason why I am so passionate about this love movement that I'm sharing and a platform for love. No one has that I'm aware of. I'm saying like in our circle or, around that has a platform that just want to share love, show people what love is, receive love, tell people if you got a bitter heart or a damaged heart, how to release and get
Yes.
out the system.
We need to know.
And return back to love because I'm
Yes.
meeting so many people that desire to have a husband and desire to be married, but what they really don't understand is you have to learn how to know what you want, but love on yourself first.
Yes. It's a must.
Yeah, you can't depend on that man to come and make you whole, make you complete, and then you got all this stuff bogged up inside of you. He can't make you happy. You got to know what makes you happy first so you can teach him how to make you happy. That way, if he don't know how to make you happy and you don't know how to make you happy, how are you gonna teach him? You got to teach the man when you finally meet him, but first you got to get yourself together. And this goes.
You got to be clear. You got to be clear on you.
Right, and this goes for men too. So like I know that once I got journal coming out for men, and I know once I get my brand revamped the way that we're working on it right now, like I can see us doing some amazing things with the stuff that I got coming up and with your we still do. Like I see it, I see the vision of it. But I just want COVID to pass over. because you know we like doing things in person.
I know. I love
Yeah, you
it.
know, we huggers, all of that, and so
Yeah, I miss it.
right, I'm more impactful in person. You know, I'm good with this virtual stuff. You know, because you still got to do the work while you're getting through it. But for events, I'm trying my best to hold off until this pass over.
Yeah.
You know, now if God just say, okay, get on there. Okay, we might have a couple of conversations, which I am going to bring some men on because I do want to have some conversations with some men around love. But I when it, you know, as soon as the coast is clear and we know we can get out, yeah,
I've been telling my book club, I've been telling all my
yeah.
friends, baby, we're gonna have a release party. Tar, what you
Oh,
think? We just having one. I don't worry, we releasing everything.
everything. You know, these covert conversations gonna be something serious, ain't they? Woo! So you just keep putting in the work because you're probably actually saving marriages. As a matter of fact, I'm going to be on the line with somebody is it tomorrow or Friday? I think tomorrow, and she was sharing with me that the self-love journal actually helped her save her marriage.
What you saying about the self-love? Let me say this before we depart.
Okay.
To all the single women who choose or desire to become a wife, because everybody don't desire, but those
Right.
who do desire, you must become a wife before you say I do.
Correct.
You must become whole. My husband don't complete me. I hate to hear people say that.
I know.
He don't complete me. He is not my better half.
He is a bonus to you.
He is his whole other person. I'm my whole person, and we come together and make a whole one.
Right.
But he's not my better half, and he don't complete me, and he don't make me happy.
Right.
We share in each other happiness.
Yes.
But I'm clear on it's Tara's responsibility to bring love, light, joy, happy, desire, feel like that's my responsibility.
Yes.
When we put that on some man to come in our life to woo us or to validate us or to affirm, now it's great that they do it.
Right.
It's great, it's beautiful that they affirm, they love us. But you got to be all those things to yourself.
Yes.
So those that do want to be married or those that are in marriages, I was just talking about this yesterday, our spouses are reflections of us.
Yes.
So whatever they're doing or not doing, you become it for you.
Yep.
And as you become it for you, it's going to then reflect to them and they will become it. They will. But you must become all those things for yourself first.
Right. And you know what, Tara, you hit that dead on the spot. I'm going to say this before we depart. You know how you try to get like your family to eat right? You know how you get on this little healthy kick or whatever, but the family can still eat hamburgers and French fries, whatever, but you on this kick that you want to detox and you want to, healthy meals or whatever. But as a mother or wife, you got to do this meal for them, do this meal for you, all that, right? So then I just said to myself politely, you know what? I'm finna change the game and I'm not finna say not one word. I'm just gonna do what I do. And they gonna end up getting on the bandwagon, or they gonna be eating peanut butter and jelly sandwiches or cereal or whatever. You know, I always have something for them to pop in the from out the freezer, to pop in the microwave, whatever. I always grocery shop like that. So therefore nobody can say they don't have nothing to eat, right? So anyway, I started preparing these healthy meals, you know, like salmon and this and that. And you know how the kids are. Ivan's still a teenager. I don't want that. All that, whatever, right? Honey,
I don't want that.
Yeah, I started making.
You have to be hungry. No.
Yeah, but then check this out. So then I started doing like some ground turkey, with like some broccoli and all of that. And but that show kind of smell good. Next thing I know, I come back in the kitchen, my healthy food gone.
Sound about right.
My healthy food gone. And they can eat whatever they want to. But the bottom line I'm saying is once you make the change in yourself, they will follow you. Everybody will in the household will see what you're doing and they will be in sync with you. So you are the leader of you and your house, your space, your family, all of that. You don't have to keep fussing and saying, you need to eat this. And you don't have to do that. You just do it. And when after that food get through smelling good and they get tired of eating sandwiches and whatever, they gonna chime in.
They are. So it's the same thing that happens spiritually and emotionally.
Right. So all of it.
Yeah, all of that.
Mm-hmm. They will, and You know what? Now you just said something.
What?
You just said something spiritually. You know, even with that in church, if you have a husband out there, fiance or somebody, and you just own him, and then, men, I'm speaking to you too, because this can go both ways. This just is not a woman thing. If you have a partner, a significant other, and you're in the word and they're not in the word, don't keep pressing on them, fussing at them, none of that. Don't do that. You keep setting the example. You keep going and setting the tone and paying your tithes and preaching and all. I mean, listening to your pastor and all these things. As he see the change in you, it will rub off on him. And
we
then
sanctify our spouses. We
yes,
sanctify them.
yes.
Shove this down their throat.
No,
Because
you
if that's love, they're not gonna want to be a part of it.
right, right. And then
sanctify them as we stay spiritually aligned and attuned.
yes,
Absolutely.
you ain't got to say one word. You just say, "Okay, God."
You don't have to say one
You don't have
word.
to say one word. You just say, "Okay, God, I'm doing what I'm supposed to do, but I need you to help me help my mate align with me so we can be in one for you." Once you say that prayer and you just keep saying it over and over again, next thing you know, you're going to see some changes. You're going to be like, and then when the changes start happening, it's going to shock you, and you was the one praying for it.
Like, you better acknowledge and surrender that husband. You better acknowledge and surrender.
You
Let
gotta
him be great and you be great, and greatness just gonna come together.
That's it. That's it. So yeah, you said something, but you know, I just truly, truly love you. I respect you. I value you. I'm just so glad our paths crossed.
Yeah,
keep doing your amazing work out there, and you know I will support you any way I can. Let's love on some people. Let's let's save some marriages. Let's just do what we do, because definitely what we're both doing is in kindred spirits.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And ditto, ditto to you with what you're doing, and to be coming up on a year and still doing it, and people are still buying in and sharing and liking, and you getting these testimonies of how it's changing their lives.
Yeah.
That's the real stickler. I know in business, the bottom line is always the dollar. They
right.
look at spreadsheets, or they look at these reports. The bottom line, is it green or is it red?
Right.
The bottom line for what we do is the lives that we change.
That's right.
The lives that we impact. Again, our talent will make room for us. Our gift will make room for us. God will bless us no matter how the blessing come or look.
That's
He will do it. So continue to do it, because what I know, especially for people that cannot afford therapy, which I know that's what you shared was a part of the reason for the book too.
Right.
Allows us to start doing our own work before we're ready. And even if you can't afford it, you may not be ready to go tell nobody your business.
Right. Absolutely.
You may not be ready. So we need this. And those that have experienced it, if you listen, I plead with you to share it with somebody else.
Right.
Share it. Like, if this book, journal, box have blessed your life, share it.
Please share it.
If it bless you and it has changed your heart, it have tenderized your heart, save your marriage, like the lady you have coming on, or help save your marriage, share it. Share it.
That's what I say. That's the one thing about us. We're so quick to share garbage, like a funny video or this or that. When you see somebody trying to do something positive, it doesn't take nothing but a click to share that post. That's it. It don't cost you nothing, and like I was telling Miss Val yesterday, this type of work that we do, if I had to pay, and I'm gonna say this until I keep saying it until I turn blue, if I had to pay my bills or my mortgage on this, I would be out of my house, because it's not about that. I haven't reached that level yet. I'm just on the level to where I'm doing and blessing others for now. Now, I know God is going to expand the platform. It's already been prophesied to me. I already know that, but I'm not worried about that. There is no dollar amount on the testimonies that I receive, like you say, from people. And I'm going to be sharing them all week long. I'm going to be sharing, like I'm going to share your mother. Like, I can't wait to post that one. So just memories of testimonies, and also some written out, to where I can be discreet, where it's not saying too much, but just, but yeah. So, and those are the things that really touched my heart and let me know that I'm doing the right thing. And then for people to tell me, to keep pushing, Benita. Don't give up. Like, God is well pleased. Like, people just keep telling me that. So I'm like, okay. Because, some days it gets rough when you're doing this and you're trying to share love, and you be like, you know what? Sometimes people are like, they don't give a flip about love. Like, seem like they just want to be in a space to, I don't know, like to be depressed or sad or hate, like don't want to receive the help or something like that. And
but
so
every time you feel like that, it's a confirmation that you're doing it because it's needed.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. Every time it seems like they don't want it, they don't feel like it, they just want to be hateful.
Yes.
It's a confirmation that love is needed.
It's
other. That just shows you love is absent in that space.
Right.
So love is needed the more.
Yeah.
So that's one way to look at it. It just shows us the more. And so the negative and the positive still is leading toward love is needed.
Yeah, period.
It's period.
Yeah, this was so good. This was so good. Oh, sister, I love you, girl. And listen, y'all, I have to tell y'all, sometimes I tell my inside stuff because I'm truthful, I'm honest, I'm transparent. I'm going to say it like it is. So from the beginning of the broadcast, what y'all don't know is my sister came on here all shining and glowing with these yellow earrings, just popping in the beautiful color and the green. And so I had on a black top, and before the broadcast came on, and she was glowing so much and was so bright with the yellow. I'm like, wait a minute. I had 2 minutes. I said, I'm going to change my shirt to yellow. I literally walked back to my room behind me that you can see and went and put on my yellow shirt so I could be in line with my sister. I said, that yellow is popping. I got to put on my yellow shirt. So I just thought I would share that with y'all.
Yeah, it was too funny. That baby came back in there with that yellow shirt on like, okay, I'm ready.
Okay, Tara, I'm going to give you back the rest of your day. I mean, because it's still early, give me back the rest of your day, and
thank you so
just
much.
Keep doing what you're doing. Enjoy your time, your space, your family. Of course, I'm always behind the scenes praying for you. I pray for everybody. It's just what I do. Yeah. And I wish you the best with everything. And you always know that I'm a phone call away. Always. You always do that. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And thank you again for having me.
Yes. All right. Well, sweetie, that's it. We're going to wrap this Love with Ledet conversation up.
All right. Until we meet again, sister.
Yes. Okay.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay.